Welcome everybody to this taster session in strategic marketing at Maynooth University. So today I am going to do this taster session in two parts. First, I will do a quick overview about the program, and after that I will move into presenting a short session as if I was teaching in a class of marketing analytics, which I teach in this program myself. So my name is Ali Reza Keshavaz. You can see my email on the screen. If you would like to book a one-on-one meeting, you can contact me via email and I would be happy to give you a slot to talk on a one-on-one session and try to answer your questions and all your concerns. So I would like to greet everybody, every prospect students that we have. I thought I should personally welcome those who have already decided to join us and encourage others who are still waiting to confirm their attendance. So I'm excited to let you know that we are having an extraordinary applications season because of the huge interest in this program. Also, I wanted to emphasize that despite the problems that everyone is facing due to the pandemic that we have, we are working hard, and I should say harder than ever, to prepare the best experience for you prospective students. So now, as you have you know, 1 year has passed since the pandemic, and we have been very successful, in fact, to continue with our postgrad and, as a matter of fact, also undergrad programs. And strategic marketing has been one of our success stories during the pandemic. The first thing I want to emphasize is the aims and objectives of this program. As you can see on the slides, marketing is essentially a key function in any organization, be it a private or a public sector, and there is a need, therefore, to develop graduates who can understand the complexities of marketing function within an overall business environment, within corporations, within SMEs, and so on. This MSc takes a particular focus and concentrates on how individuals can best understand their customer base and how they can best communicate this with the base. This is an essential function for organizations, as without customers, there is arguably no organizations at all. So we are there to serve customers, and marketing is the tool to do it. A key aim of the program is to offer multidisciplinary perspectives and approach to understanding a contextualized marketing. So the material and case studies covered within the modules take a broad cross-sectional and international approach, as management concepts and frameworks are presented in multiple modules to show the boundaries that marketing can cover. Some cases will be based in Irish context, while others would be more transnational and international focus, exploring themes and issues that transcend national boundaries and cultures, which is an imperative in this today's business environment. Now, if you look at these 8 essentially job skills to succeed in post-pandemic work, this is a report by Forbes magazine. It lists 8 of the main skills that would be important for future job seekers, very near future, hopefully once we are done with the pandemic. The first one is adaptability and flexibility, and which I will show in when I talk about the module content, how we can address some of these. Now, obviously, this is a marketing focus course, and it won't be covering all the aspects, but a lot of the aspects will be covered. So tech savviness, to some extent, we will look into creativity and innovation, is another aspect that is very much the focus of this program. Data literacy, to some extent, we will cover that in courses like marketing analytics and marketing live. Critical thinking, which is the core and the foundation of all the modules essentially that deal with real and live cases, business cases. Digital and coding skills. So in the digital marketing module, we will look into those aspects. Leadership, which would be actually the backbone of a couple of modules that we have. Emotional intelligence, which hopefully you can develop through the group work and all the interaction activities that we have included in our modules. And finally, commitment to commitment to a lifetime of learning, which I suppose all of you are trying to achieve through taking your education to the next step. Now, just wanted to address a couple of frequently asked questions that I receive from a lot of you as applicants. The first one is about the content of the modules that are offered. So the MSc strategic marketing is designed to bridge the gap between marketing / commercial side and the strategic functions of the organization. So as such, the course in general focuses on the applications of marketing tools and techniques to the business environment and give the strategic tools and understanding for decision makers to make a market-informed decision. So I'll quickly go through some of these modules. Essentially, these are all the modules that will cover the 90 credits that we have within this course. The first one, and if you see the ones that are 10 ECTS essentially require double the effort, total workload, and the ones that are 5 ECTS have less workload, but it has actually equal commitment from the lecturers and the professors who are teaching these modules. So the 10 ECTS have 300 hours workload, and the 5 ECTS modules have 150 hours workload. But overall, the classroom will be 32 hours, which is divided into 4 8-hours. So there will be per module 4 8-hour block sessions, and those usually happen on Thursdays and Fridays, which gives the flexibility to our students to hopefully get their schedule in a way that they can focus the rest of the week on their self-learning, which is pretty much 1/3 of the study hours, of the workload hours, or maybe if there are some who want to take on part-time jobs, they could essentially do that by this flexibility that is given to students. So in general, each semester you will have 4 modules. Each module will have 4 full days. That adds up to 16 full days of classes, which happens over Thursdays and Fridays. And that goes on to the second semester. And the third semester is essentially doing a project that will finalize your studies, which is BRP, dissertation, or placement, one of these 3 options. So I will quickly talk about these modules. The first one is the digital marketplace. So the key focus of this module is to understand the changing digital landscape and its effects on organizations. So organizations in different sectors have different business models, and this module aims to provide a deeper level of understanding of how the move to digital is changing traditional models of doing business. creating new ways to engage with customers through digital transformation. Applications are in the business to consumer, business to business, consumer to consumer, and government to consumer realms. So it covers all the aspects of marketing in a digital world. Then you have consumer behavior and sustainability. Essentially, marketeers need to have a thorough understanding of consumers' needs and preferences. Consumption is also one of the defining aspects of modern societies and deeply implicated in a question of environmental and social responsibility. So this module provides an introduction to key concerns in consumption and consumer behavior, both from the marketing and from social perspective. Students will learn about the behavioral underpinning of subject and how they relate to wider sustainability issues within the society. Then we have the strategic management, which focuses on the tools and concepts in strategic management. This module provides students with a range of strategic management concepts and tools that from which an advanced insight into the process of strategy formulation comes out. The module essentially explores the concept of strategy and why it is central aspect of the process of value creation and value capture within a marketing context. Then we have the career development and planning, which is a more generic program, and all of our MSc students in different programs take this. This module is designed to enhance students' employability. So we help you to develop and create a career plan for the upcoming years through the career development planning and development module. The module also covers human resource management practices relating to career development, including employer branding, recruitment, talent management, total reward, and negotiation. So it covers both the perspective of employer, which hopefully you will work for some employer one day, and then employee, as in you would prepare for the market for the labor market for yourself. Then we have the marketing analytics. Actually, this is a module that I teach myself. Next year it will be in the first semester. In fact, marketing is becoming less of an art and more of a science. So nowadays we talk about marketing science more and more. Many organizations have extensive information about consumer choices and their social media activities and how they react to marketing campaigns, but relatively few have the expertise to really intelligently act on such information. So this module is a way for students to learn the scientific approach to marketing with hands-on use of technologies and collect, analyze, and act on consumer information. This is a key part of the learning, how to take advantage of data and hopefully big data towards the end of the module. While students will employ quantitative methods in this course, the goal is not to produce experts in statistics whatsoever. So we will have an applied approach to methods and tools that can help you to develop the skills to be a data-driven marketeer. Then we have international sales management, which again, I will be hopefully teaching that. So in fact, without sales, there is no income. And without that, there is no future for the organization. This module focuses on the relatively neglected part of the business and enables you to develop a strong, robust sales process, bearing in mind in a small open economy like Ireland, which much of these sales will be internationally focused. So we'll have domestic as well as international perspective to give the opportunity to the participants in the module to understand how they can interact with international clients in a sales environment. And we have also the Marketing Live module, which actually is a very interesting concept that is developed in our business school. In effect, companies must pay attention to trends such as intensifying competition, increasing globalization, and technological developments. Now, while these developments threaten existing business models, they provide at the same time many opportunities for development of new businesses and sustainable growth. So this module is a consultancy-based module. Students will develop their consultancy skills and apply their knowledge of concepts, frameworks, and research methods obtained throughout the program to rest of the modules to develop an alternative strategic marketing recommendation for a specific business problem. So there will be a specific consultancy client for each group, and in groups, students will work on actual business problems. Students will evaluate the benefits and drawbacks of their recommendation and develop suggestions for implementation as if they were working for a consultancy firm. So, finally, we have the actionable insights through research. The purpose of this module is to take advantage of understanding of how research feeds into decision-making process in organizations. So to prepare you to evaluate and generate evidence through insights that you collect from customers, from business environments, from competitors, and so on, to be able to formulate questions, find data to answer the question, to analyze the data, be it quantitative and qualitative, and deduce insights and convert it to decision-making alternatives for broader decision makers within the organization. So these are the main 8 modules, and to cap that, there will be 3 options for students to finalize during the summer semester, which is the 3rd semester, through a business research project or a dissertation or placement. Now, most of our students will do a business research project that will be presented to them. A real life project will be presented to them, and they are going to work for an actual company, a real company, and a real problem with the mentoring of a faculty member. So there will be 2 people, the mentor, which is a faculty member, and a company partner who would be the project owner, and you will develop and work together with the mentor and the project owner to solve a real business problem. The second one is a dissertation. This is mostly for people who want to follow a research career, hopefully in the future, or go for work for research organizations, which will be similar to BRP, but it will be more academic and more theoretically focused. And finally, you have the placement, which usually our this work placement experience and the accompanying module. So it comes with a module, offers the participant students the opportunity to integrate their academic study with coordinated relevant jobs. So there will be internships, jobs that students will seek out, and usually a fraction, 20%, 15, 20% of our students end up doing placement. Placement seeks to bring the concepts, tools, and competencies developed in semesters 1 and 2 of the program into the realities of work placement implementation. So that was about the content. The second thing is the second question I usually get very often is about the prospects. What type of jobs do we get? What type of jobs can we apply? Right. So now this is a very fresh search that I did this morning on LinkedIn about the jobs that individuals graduating from this program potentially can get. So some of the job titles that I could find was marketing analyst, graduate business analyst, marketing specialist, inside sales specialist, business development representative, product owner, digital optimization leads, Shopify developer, marketing web specialist, and so on. So you see the wide variety of the job titles that individuals could work. Now, generally, these fall within three broader categories. The first one is the more analytics jobs, which is for students who are more analytically skilled. Might not be everyone, but some of our students might be more quantitatively oriented. So marketing analyst or graduate business analyst, those type of jobs are appealing for those students. And then the second category would be business development and sales jobs, which a lot of generally all over the world, a lot of marketing graduates start with business development to go on to become middle managers and so on. And then finally, you have the more creative part of the job market, which ends up being nowadays mostly digital and goes toward advertising and marketing optimization lead and so on. So, and it can be in any essentially any industry. So information technology, as you can see, in pharmaceuticals, in consultancy, in IT again. So, and finally, you see one of these jobs is Qualtrics, which is a tool. Qualtrics is a tool for market research, essentially. So for any type of research. So you would potentially be able to work for a company that helps researchers to do market research. Now, I will stop here, and this was the first part about this about the taster session. I'll stop here, and I ask you to please post your questions with regards to the content that I presented, and I will be happy to answer those questions. If there aren't many questions, I will move into presenting. I will move into presenting the second part, which is as if I was teaching in a marketing analytics class. So I will give it a few more seconds to see if any questions are posted. If not, I will move into the second part, which is going to be about conjoint analysis in a marketing analytics class. So please post your questions. In any ways, you can post your questions while I'm going through the second part of the lecture, and please feel free to reach out to me and set up a one-on-one session if you'd like more detail about the content and you have more questions. Now,